idiot. Me. I'm the idiot. If I'm telling you that Ken carries players and I'm playing a low tier character and being mad about using my low tier character, I'm the idiot. Okay? Welcome everybody to It Was Tuesday with your host James Chen, aka Jay Chenzer. If you're enjoying all the content that I've been putting out, please like and subscribe and add a comment below, because every comment you add means that, I don't know what it means, but it means that I can do better things for Nathan, who is sitting over there and ignoring me right now. Any case, we have been talking about some topics. We've been talking about the TO conundrum, about what TOs have to do basically to stay afloat. Check YouTube for that if you want to check out what that was all about. But we are now going to talk about this, being carried by top tiers, because again, me tweeting out stuff here causing some people to actually dude, I have no ability not to avoid people talking about stuff. So let's just take a look at my tweets here. So I wrote this tweet here that basically said, I saw a tweet calling players who are 1400 to 1500 in Masters beginners. I find that highly disrespectful of all the players trying their best to make it through Platinum and Diamond. Fighting games are hard. Players in Platinum and Diamond are doing great. Keep it up. And then, Mature here says that, I've seen players at Master Rank that lack basic fundamentals of fighting games. I responded basically, I fought some dodgy Masters players as well. Mostly they're Kens. And sorry, Ken players, but Ken carries hard compared to the rest of other characters. Also, you'd be surprised at what level players have to understand the basic fundamentals of fighting games. I had some people actually get mad at me for that Ken tweet, because they were just like, what? Like, I can't believe you said Ken carries players. You're disrespecting people, and like, you're absolutely just like belittling what the efforts that they've had to put into, etc., etc. And I actually, let me see if I can find that. Oh, view post engagements. I mean, someone actually said, really shouldn't be out here getting triggered by James Chen, or Twitter in general for that matter, but I really didn't think there'd be so much complaining by month 4. And then someone asked, what did James do? And the guy responded with, dude plays Cammy. I don't get it. I'm tired of seeing people saying a top tier player base is carried when their character beats or is directly next to them on the tier list. One, I'm not playing Cammy. I'm not playing Cammy right now. I'm playing Kimberly. So I have every right to complain about Ken. So my response was, I'm actually not playing Cammy right now, but tiers exist, and Ken is super strong. He gets to do things that most other characters don't. You can't be mad at saying Ken carries some players. It's what top tiers do. And this is kind of what I wanted to address here with this. There is no shame in using a top tier character and benefiting from it. I have never once in my life ever said Angry Bird is a fraud for playing Ken in Street Fighter 6. Have I ever said that? Have I even ever implied that? Like, honestly, like, Angry Bird is picking the right character. If you are picking a top tier in a game, you're picking a correct character, right? So, look, there is no shame of picking a top tier character at this point. And again, just because you say that you're being carried by that character, it's just what tier lists are, right? If you say a character is an S tier, that's just basically saying, look, the character is doing a lot of work for you. That's literally all the tier list means. And so a lot of people are like, ignore tier lists. And I'm like, no, don't ignore tier lists. Tier lists are valid, right? If I rank a character C tier, does that mean that they're useless? No. It just means that when you play the character, you know you're going to have to put in a little more work than the other characters, and that sometimes if you lose, it's might not be your fault. It might not be your fault, right? And so, honestly, they're picking a top tier character for the most part is the smartest thing to do. Honestly, it's the smartest thing to do. So if I'm saying Ken carries hard, it's kind of true, and it's the reason why I decided to play Ken in ranked yesterday. I started labbing Ken and I started testing him out, and I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Ken's greatest ability in Street Fighter 6 is that he just has the ability to win. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to articulate it better, but he just has the ability to win when you need him to. A lot of characters can't do that, but Ken absolutely does. And so, like, he carries people. He does. Ken carries people, but again, that's the way it works, right? If I said in MVC2, Sentinel or Magneto or Cable carries you, like, are people going to be mad even at the... If you play Chun-Li or Yun in Third Strike and I say Chun and Yun carry you... I mean, maybe... Okay, Yun because his Ganaging combos are really, really hard to do. But if I say Chun carries you in Third Strike, like... Do you think the Chun players are going to get insulted? Do you think the Chun players are going to be like, what are you talking about, man? No, what? You're disrespecting me. Like, dude, Vega, Claw in Super Turbo? Does Claw carry people in Super Turbo? Fuck yeah, he carries people in Super Turbo. Like, dude, I don't even think there's any Claw player out there who legit plays Claw who's like, nah, man. My effort in this game, I use so much effort and my strategy and skills should not. No, it's just like I go, yo, like, you know, Claw go, brr, you know, that's basically what he is. Like, honestly, like, that's just the way it works, right? And the problem is, a lot of people want to think that their effort is meaningful, right? That they are to be rewarded for everything that their accomplishments are getting, right? That's the hard part. This is why people get frustrated when you say a character carries you, right? You get frustrated because you're like, no, I'm actually putting in effort. I'm putting in work. Like, I'm doing good. Don't belittle my effort. I'm not belittling your effort. Whoa, Nathan just like stood up and started staring at something. I don't know what he started staring at, but it kind of freaked me out. Look at this cat, dude. What are you staring at, Nathan? What were you looking at? Jesus. Again, sorry for the messy desk, but there's a reason why it's messy over there, as I've explained before. But, look, again, like, certain characters have a better ability to win. They just do. They just do. And I'm not belittling you for saying that a character carries you. You, just like anybody else, have the ability to pick any character. And if you pick a top tier character, and I'm playing a low tier character, and I say your character carries you, honestly, who's the idiot? Who is the idiot? Me. I'm the idiot. If I'm telling you that Ken carries players and I'm playing a low tier character and being mad about using my low tier character, I'm the idiot. Okay? That's how it works. That's how it works. So again, if I'm saying a character is carrying you, it is not an insult. You are doing the smart thing. You're playing the fighting game correctly. If your goal is to win, and again, this is the hardest part, right? Everyone wants to feel like that their skill level is amazing, that they're justified in winning, and they don't want to have anything attributed to anything else outside of their own skill. And, you know, by the time you get to the highest levels and stuff like that, absolutely. Like I said, Angry Bird can play all the Ken he wants. He's not winning every single tournament. Ken's not winning every single tournament out there, right? We've been getting some crazy wins. Lily just won a tournament, for Christ's sakes. You know, we are getting characters all over the place winning tournaments. And so, you know, it's not like it's a free win with these characters. But goddamn, does Ken carry people? Because I literally, day one, first day in ranked, played my placement matches, only lost 3 matches to a Diamond 5 Guile and 1 match to a Diamond 5 JP, who then I beat the second game and then he quit on me. And then I got placed into Diamond. And then I lost games here and there, but I didn't lose a single set. I didn't lose a single set except to a Blanca player. Except to, the people in the chat here who saw me play, they're like, yeah, James got a little drunk on that Ken Power last night. Thank you for the subscription, Dumperoni Pizza. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, Stanley Cup Grants. People pick low tier on purpose so they won't feel bad when they lose. Yeah, no, that's absolutely, I mean, as a low tier hero my whole entire life, playing low tier, I mean, I wasn't doing it so that I could not feel justified for losing. I did it because I wanted to embarrass people by beating them with bad characters. But you had the option select to be able to say, but my character sucks, that's why I'm losing. You have that option select. It's a great safety net out there, honestly. But again, like, I day one Ken, I was tearing through the ranks. I was doing really, really well. I think I had like a 75% win rate total through all my games that night. So Ken carries, dude. Like, I'm sorry. Ken definitely carries. Like I said, he just has the ability to win. He has super easy ways to land confirms into level 3 supers. He has neutral skipping moves like the heavy Dragon Lash. Nobody knows how to fight Jinrai online, right? Nobody knows how. I Jinrai'd everybody to death. Like, because Jinrai requires a lot of studying on how to fight it. And most people aren't going to do the studying with it, so you get away with like 10,000 things with the Jinrai. Like, people don't know how to fight the Jinrai kicks with Ken at all. At all. And so, like, yeah, you got to abuse people. And does that mean I got carried by Jinrai kicks? Yes! Did you guys watch me yesterday? Did you guys watch me yesterday? I Jinrai kicked everybody to death, dude. It was ridiculous. Dude, it was ridiculous. Like, that's the thing. It's like, just because there are ways to fight it, if most of the people you're fighting don't know how to fight it, you're getting kind of carried at that point. So, yeah, Origami Kingdom, it's the funky kicks. The kick into the low, the kick into the overhead, that move, right? That's what the Jinrai kick is. Yeah, even I lab Jinrai kick, it is still an additional mental stack. Absolutely. It's a tricky move to deal with. So for people out there who are going like, well then James, how do you deal with it? Right? Well, crouching medium kick into medium Jinrai, which is the common path that most people go to. People were DIing it in between. So I would do that into the low kick and autopilot and get DI'd. But also keep in mind that if you block the low kick follow up on the Jinrai, and this is the #1 mistake most people make against the Jinrai, especially if the Ken does the low kick follow up. If Ken does a low kick follow up, he's -5. He's -5, which means an 8-frame button beats his 4-frame buttons. Okay? Because 8 - 5 is 3. So 8 will beat the 4-frame buttons. So if you block the low kick part of the Jinrai, don't hit light buttons. Stop hitting jab, because that's what gets you killed. Because your jab comes out, he's -5, you miss because he's at a spacing that you can't jab him, and then he does crouching medium kick and actually whiff punishes your jab. If you block the Jinrai, the low kick, for example, of your Chun-Li, just crouching medium kick. Just crouching medium kick after you block it. There's like literally nothing Ken can do except super or uppercut, EX up, OD uppercut. Like that's the only way Ken can beat your crouching medium kick or perfect parry, which exists. But outside of that, Ken can't challenge Chun-Li's crouching medium kick in that situation. Most people are letting Ken's get away with Jinrai after blocking the low kick part, the little part where he kicks at your shin. Like, that's one of the big things there. And then the biggest problem of Jinrai is you also have to pay attention to which Jinrai kick he does. Is he doing the heavy one? Is he doing the medium one? Light kick one? You can tell by the animation or by the dialogue, but it's not clear enough. I think people don't know the big differences between them and how you take advantage of that, etc. That's if you really want to get into high-level anti-Jinrai. So, right, a stand light kick can punish it if the Ken spaces it badly. Most Kens won't space it badly, so you don't want to rely on that, basically. So, but that's just kind of, you know, the way it goes. Like, most people don't know this about the Jinrai kick. So when I played online, I Jinrai kicked everybody. There were rounds where I literally drained 80% of somebody's health by just doing a Jinrai kick combo. And then every time crouching medium kick hits and you go into medium Jinrai into the low kick follow-up, that's a level 3 super. So if I really wanted to, I could make it drain 50% of your life and kill you. Actually, it'll do 40% because low medium kick scales so hard. But in any case, it still does a crap ton of damage whenever I need it. Like I said, Ken just knows how to win. And again, I talk about all this stuff, and I'm not sitting here saying like, God, Ken, I mean, like, yes, nerf Ken. Yes, do I want to nerf Ken? Yes. Yes, of course. But if you pick Ken, you're not wrong. If you're picking Ken and you're playing Ken online and winning with Ken, you're not wrong. Ken is the best character in the game. He is the best character in the game. I think that there is no question about that, that Ken is the best character in the game. And if you play him, you're not wrong. Because if he's easy to win with, keep playing him. Keep playing him, honestly. Oh, man. So Moose TWT, that heavy punch is a crime against humanity, okay? I hate Ken's heavy punch, but there's a reason why his heavy punch is so broken. And it's because at every range outside of absolute maximum range of standing heavy punch, on a punish counter, crouching medium kick combos. Why? I don't know. Why does Ken standing heavy punch that reaches 10,000 miles away on punish counter always combo into his crouching medium kick, which is drive rush cancelable into huge damage into a setup in the corner? Why does it reach every single goddamn time off of one of the farthest reaching standing heavy punches in the game? Why? 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 Why does this happen? Anyways, I do hate fighting Ken. I hate fighting Ken because there's a lot of them. But again, why don't I play Ken? I'm doing so fine. I was doing fine with him yesterday. And if I've put in the time that I've put into Kim with Ken, I'd probably be dominating. I'd probably be doing super well in master ranks right now, you know, and I'd be winning and I'd probably be happy. Like, why do I keep running into low tiers? You know why I keep running into low tiers? Is because every character I find fun in a beta gets nerfed because of the beta. Damn it. God damn it. Stop it. Stop nerfing all my characters because of the beta. Fighting game devs. Stop it. Jesus Christ, dude. Let me have my fun. Jeez. Oh, man. So again, you know, no, absolutely, Baron Spaghetti. I told myself I was going to play a top tier. And actually, in Street Fighter 6, that I wasn't going to saddle myself with a low tier. I only stuck with Kimberly so long because I really thought she was top tier at first. Because again, I made it to Masters with Kimberly at an 80% win rate. Okay, like she carries a lot at low levels. Kimberly carries hard at low levels. Hard because she has so much knowledge checks. But at the highest level, she crumbles. She actually she crumbles really, really badly at the highest levels. And that's the problem with Kimberly. And so I stuck with Kimberly for the longest time because I really thought she was legit high tier. I thought I had avoided the low tier problem, but as it turns out, she's not particularly that strong of a character. Now, having said that, I do play Cammy, so I should just go back to Cammy, honestly. So, yeah. I really hate the idea of why doesn't everyone just play Ken because it kills games fast. This is the only major issue I see looming over Street Fighter 6. I mean, the thing is, like, basically the way to put it is not everybody is going to profit with Ken. Some people are not going to profit. Even if you give Snake Eyes Ken, is he going to do better than when he plays Zangief? I don't actually know. I don't think he will. I think he'll do better with Zangief than he would with Ken. Snake Eyes is good enough that he probably could win with Ken very, very well, but Zangief suits him a little bit more, right? It does the character suit you? Does the character fit with you? Do you have a bond with that character? Do you have an affinity with that character, right? It's not always going to be that cut and dry with everybody. Just because Ken is the best character in the game doesn't mean everybody is going to do better using Ken. That's just the truth. That is just the absolute truth. Now, Ken also happens to be in a position where he's still pretty basic, so a lot of people are going to be better with Ken. So we do see a high representation of Ken. But again, the game is 3 months old, like 3.5 months old. And so, you know what? Let's just let it rock for a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes, honestly. Someone asked about Cammy compared to Chen. We'll talk about that in the next section over here. So I play low tier, says Moose, because I like grapplers. And for some reason, Street Fighter devs feel like it's fair to have a character like Ken or Karin who dominate the game and make it unplayable for others with hit confirms and impressive normals. But it's unfair to have a high tier grappler. I think SF4 and Season 3 Abigail traumatized them. No. It's just a general development belief. And it's because, I mean, look at how many, it's not even that those characters traumatize the devs. Do you see how much people complain about grapplers? Like, Zangief sucks. And people think, there are people out there who are like, good, Zangief doesn't deserve anything, grapplers should die. Like, people hate grapplers. And someone posted up the Milia blocker. Someone posted up the Milia blocker online, and I was like, yo, I bring up Milia blocker all the time because Milia blocker proves that in older Guilty Gear games, in XX, Milia is literally unblockable. Like, she has a 4-way guess, and yeah, you're going to die. Like, your chances surviving Milia's mix are a lot lower than you surviving attack or command grab from the opposing grappler. The grappler, there's actually like a 50-50 chance that he might guess wrong. Milia, you're just like, whatever. That's it. You know? Like, but I use Milia blocker all the time as a proof that even when you have a character like Milia or like what do you want to call it? Magneto or something like that. You have these ridiculous characters. There's still the false hope that you could have blocked it. They know what the counter is. Most casual players know what the counter is. It's just block. That's not the actual counter. But that's what they think the counter is, right? I could have blocked that. Why do you think everybody always says, I totally blocked that overhead? Why do you think in games like Third Strike, everyone's like, I totally parried that. I totally teched that throw. Like, all of those things happen because they know what the answer is and they believe that they had the answer, but really the mix is so brutal that you didn't have the answer because you didn't tech it, you didn't parry it, and you didn't block that overhead, but you believe you could have. Whereas when you fight a grappler and you get SPD'd, you're like, well, I could have. I don't know what I can do. Like, you literally have no idea what you're supposed to do. Or when you jump and then the grappler was like, you obvious jumper. And then they freaking like air SPD you or level 1 super you because they know how scared you are of the command throw. Like, that just makes it super easy to predict your jumps, right? And so it feels like you have no answer to the grapplers. And so they feel cheap. They feel cheap to you. But they're not that cheap. They're not cheap, honestly. And your chances of surviving a command throw are basically still greater than your chances of surviving against a lot of these mix-up characters, honestly. So, a lot of pro players hate grapplers, dude. Look at Nemo, dude. Nemo thinks that Zangief is the scrubbiest character in the world. He hates him, dude. Yeah, grapplers are always low tier. Zoners are always high tier. People hate grapplers, though, because they have weak blood. Yeah. I don't want to get this into the whole grappler conversation because I've already talked about this topic a million times. But, yeah, that's the whole idea. And the crazy thing is Ken's corner mix-up is more potent than Kimberly's mix-up. It really is. Even though Kimberly has like 7,000 options, she has to hit you like 4 times to kill you. Whereas Ken only hits you 2 times and you're dead. 3 times and you're basically dead, right? And that's the thing. And Ken's mix-up in the corner is every bit as potent because in the end, what's Kimberly's mix-up? It's high, low, block or attack. Or attack or throw or attack, right? High, low, throw or attack. That's Kimberly's mix-up. And Ken's, what's his mix-ups? It's high, low, attack or throw. Like, he has the same mix-up, except he actually gets to murder you from better ranges and do more damage. So I don't know what yeah, and he has way more stable pressure. He's not as reliant on his meter for combos. So if he hits you with a combo, he actually can have meter left over for drive rush cancels for extra pressure more often, etc., etc. So that's the thing. So you've hated grapplers since BBCS and Iron Tiger because you were a Noel player. Yeah, but again, I mean, someone put this clip up of someone fighting a Zangief with Jamie, and the Jamie was just dive kicking at Zangief all day. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Again, most of the people, the reason why they hate fighting grapplers is because they refuse to change their gameplay style. They don't understand that when you fight a grappler, you become a turtle. That's just what you do. And you play a turtle, and then all of a sudden, grappler's life is miserable. Would modern Ken be as the same tier as classic Ken, or do we have not discovered a high-tier modern character yet? High tier, there are some high tier modern characters. I would say high tier, not top tier, but high tier Marisa, high tier, modern Marisa, modern Chun-Li are pretty strong, I would say. Do you remember playing Potemkin and getting death threats? Jesus Christ. Man. What's going on with my Discord, Tuhalu? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, because you keep hearing the butuk, butuk, butuk on my stream over here. Dude, I don't even hear it. I don't even hear it. It's so weird, but I think everybody hears it and wants to respond to it. I don't, because I don't use Discord, so I just don't care. Discord makes noises and I ignore it. That's just my whole life because I just ignored Discord. So sorry about that. So, anyway, this is not about grapplers again. Ken is top tier. Luke is top tier. JP is top tier. Do these characters carry you? Yeah, sure. Sure. But at the same time, enjoy it, dude. You're the smart one. You're the one playing the game correctly, okay? So it's all good. It's all good. If I say a character carries you, yeah, the salt definitely implies that I'm saying you aren't skilled and that you are unworthy of your status because you're playing a strong character. For sure. And that's why a lot of people will say that characters carry you. But honestly, if you're playing a top tier character and someone says your character's carrying you, you know what you should do? You should just turn to them and look at them and do this. And that's it. That's all you should just do. You should just laugh at them. Because you're like, you're the idiot not playing the strong character, okay? That's it. That's it. All right, so that's it. Enough for top tiers. So, yeah, I mean, again, if you've played a top tier character before and you enjoyed it, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat how fun it was playing a top tier and botting everybody and having a good time. Definitely let me know in the chat. Also, just type a comment in for the engagement purposes. But other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you guys for continuing to watch my content here on youtube.com/UltraChenTV. This next topic here, I'm going to talk about Street Fighter 6 in month 3. And we will look for this on YouTube the next day. But otherwise, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you on Twitch, stick around. But for those of you on YouTube, the day that this podcast graced your ears was the most important day of your life. But for me... Ah!
It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday.